Welcome to Matchday 7 of Division 1 for the Season 10 of the Simulation Soccer League. I'm Sock, joined by Valpix with you as we make the turn for the second half of the season. And Val, this has probably been one of the tightest races that we've seen in all of the SSL for any division, with so many teams hot on the trail of a potential title chase, even trying to escape relegation. What matchups are you most looking forward to in this one?
I mean, it's really hard to pick one because the table is so tight, only 4 points separating first from seventh. Hollywood versus Reykjavik is going to be pretty spicy. A lot of former Hollywood players on that Reykjavik side and right next to each other in the table.
Yep, 5th versus 4th in that one, as well as CA Buenos potentially with a chance to gain a bit more of a grip on that top spot, facing up against AC Romana, who have had the most lackluster of the 7 really contending teams, while União Sao Paulo might get a chance to leapfrog, facing off against Athenai, who have really just shown a massive downturn in form thanks to losing so many of their key contributors, and very hard to see them coming back out of the depths with how tight it is. But can't also forget about Catalunya and Tokyo. Tokyo, if they lose here, could very well be put into the relegation zone. It would be a shocking turn of events for them.
Yeah, because Tokyo, the last few seasons, and even going into this one, were seen as title contenders, but so far just kind of stuck in that traffic jam.
Yeah, as we are underway with our first, well, nearly underway with our first match here already. It is a 4-2-3-1 versus a 4-3-1-2 here. Buenos looking to be crowning that middle perhaps, but look out for those wide attacking mids on the side of Romana. Also, Buenos definitely the side on form coming into this one. Neither of these teams have faced off, of course, due to this being, well, the first half of the season. We are about to get underway here. Jeffrey Levert gets us started. And this looks to be a cracker of a contest.
Yeah, Romana, they're 7th at the bottom of this heap of really good teams. But they got a positive goal difference, and one could say they've probably been a bit hard done by so far.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 2-1-3, but you still hold a positive goal differential, it's good signs of a future. But perhaps it might just be that scoring that's been their strength. I mean, they're about mid-pack in that regard. 11 goals, 10 allowed, as here's Schweinsteiger for Nivier! And they show the scoring as a strength. Just 67 seconds in, and Nivier puts Romana in front.
Early lead for Romana, and this is just a pretty team goal here. They reset with Smart, and then finds Jeremiah, Levert, Schweinsteiger, and Nivier, Twine.
Yeah, it was great work by them, switching the angle of attack there, looking to go right side instead went left side, and it just forced them all around the park and really pulled Adam Knight and Siegwald of Katarina out of position, and it meant that there wasn't much out to go on here. Here's Levert again! Oh, 2 goals, 5 minutes! Romana already putting their foot down and looking to upset the championship leaders.
What a ball this is out of midfield by, I believe that was Yves Mathieu. Just absolute dime. Levert just sneaks around and makes no mistake there. And Romana, I mean, this is a dream start for them.
It was just a quick flick over the top there. Mathieu was Levert rather was parallel with Guevara, and Mathieu was able to pick that matchup out, and Levert just used the extra speed and kept up with it beautifully. Now Buenos is quickly looking to respond here. Only 11 minutes gone so far, and already 2 goals here for Romana. Perhaps may look to tighten the screws here, but I wouldn't be surprised here to see Buenos Aires rally. As here's G forward, Vitali! Good save by Carrigan.
Yeah, good.
That one away.
Good direct ball. One thing with Buenos Aires, in the attack at least, is because they're playing with 2 up front. You mentioned earlier to watch the wide areas for Romana, and we saw that, them use that edge because Anna Vieira getting that first goal. Buenos Aires is playing with 2 forwards, which means each center back is taking 1 forward, more or less. So we'll see if that has any sort of impact. It's an interesting tactical matchup, to be sure.
Absolutely. And of course, can't forget that Levert being the main front man, and he's finally, arguably found his touch there as he finds another header. But that one ends up right into the hands of Oakdown. Now, this would put Jeffrey Levert right now, I believe, second in the goal scoring tally, only behind the 11 of Ricky Bobby, which I mean, is nothing to be ashamed of by any means. Here's Kamoriatu looking for that double, but Oak down, read it well, cuts that ball down. It's quickly looking to go back on the attack there, but Smart was able to cut it out. Einsteiger now trying to wrestle his way by, and he's found Levert again! Oh goodness me, he's off. Oh, I got that one. And this one's a tough one.
Here. Yeah. Good job by the Buenos Aires defense in the offside trap. And to clarify, Levert is alone in second now. He was tied for second in the D1
outright
Gold
second
with 0-44. Of course, he now has scored, and 44 is yet to play. So,
yeah, still has a little bit of advantage there as Carrigan comes out and is able to snaffle that one. Yeah, I was trying to mention earlier before that Sigvard Katarina from our camera angle looked like they'd placed Levert on, but to no avail for Romana as Patron did have Jeeves a little bit open, but didn't really look to them. Instead, tried to push it that way themselves. Low cross there for Penshaw, didn't have any angle, just played it right back in. Now Brooks Patron, forward for Jeeves, across for Vanderslav. Oh, that's a great way to get one back right around the defense. Box them in, and Buenos Aires have pegged one back.
Yeah, Jeeves pulls Schweinsteiger out wide, then makes this run into the box, and then puts in an absolute peach for Vanderslav. No defender on him. I don't even think Carrigan saw it. There was a lot of traffic in front of him. And Buenos Aires pull one back.
Yeah, it was just quickly out and then back in, and Amateur looking to hit right back with an Ivier. Oh, give me the salsa and dip it for that chip. 3-1, and Ivier has himself another.
Yeah, this happens very quickly from the throw-in from Nunez. And it's just, the defenders just lose track of Ivier. And honestly, I think Oakdown probably should do a little bit better, but that's a beautiful chip by Ivier. Second goal of the day.
Yeah, and Romana putting themselves a 3-1 lead, the easiest one to blow. Looking for Golden State. Let's see if that will repeat itself here, though. Penshaw now finds Tali. Tali wide open, an easy finish. And they're taking one right back, Buenos Aires, and they want to push for pressure on 5 goals here in the first half hour, thanks to that mistake.
Yeah, like I said earlier, with the 2 forwards taking each center back, that opened up a wide open space for Imo Tali. There's no defensive midfielder there, so that's just a gap that he runs into. He has all the space in the world, slots that home very nicely. Another element of this very interesting chess match, you see 2 goals from the wing for Romana, and now we see sort of the flaws of this matchup, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
We've seen flaws from,
Yeah, both of these teams have been high-octane offense thus far, able to exploit the weaknesses that they've been able to find, but see if Buenos Aires can retake that, but Postman was able to cut down that through ball attempt for Torres. Okay, we'll see Romana try and push through the flanks here, but Brooks Patron, another great intercept. Torres now might tie this up with Tali, and he does! Imo Tali equalizes, and it's 3-3, 40 minutes gone.
I mean, this is just absolute chaos ball right now. They win it in midfield, and then they get to work on the counter. And it's pretty similar to the last one, where Tali just gets that gap. And is played in very well by Torres, who draws out Toastman. So that means Mathieu is the one that's kind of covering for him.
Yep, and not only that, but I mean, Mathieu trying to get back there not only placed him on, but also did mean that he threw out that initial pass that was intercepted by Brooks Patron. So, like, a lot of blame as a result of that goal. And Romana will look to hit right back. I mean, they're looking for perhaps goal number 7 of the game, but Katarina with the block there, and she's headed it back to Oakdown. Now Knight with a throw-in, 3 minutes added on. Unsurprising given how much action we've seen thus far. Tali for Vanderslav, Pencher at the end of it! And Buenos Aires have hit the front after being 3-1 down in the first half. Romana have blown the lead.
That ball in from Vandersloot felt like it was in the air. Like, that had some hang time to it. Gets the ball from Tolly, gets the space, and just floats one in. Pen shot the back post. Again, nobody picks him up. As we're going to get a look at the offside, and yeah, he's kept on by Jeremiah, who I believe is playing midfield. So don't know what happened there.
And Smart. Now they might look for a 4-1 for Romana, but Knight heads out the attempted head back for Olivier, and now Pencho with a lot of breathing space. Tries to flick it forward for Torres, but it's too far to the right side perhaps to really do anything with it. But he flicks on there for Pencho, but it's over the top. And then Buenos Aires nearly made it 5-3 at the half, but they will be content with 4-3. And oh dear. I mean, look at the X-Cope on that. That is not a good sign if you're a goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, it's entertaining for the fans, it's entertaining for the commentators, and I would hate to be a manager of either one of these teams right now. But, like, for an interesting tactical chess match, it's been very chaotic.
Entertaining for some. Ali now looking to immediately put the pressure on here in the second half. Don't believe any changes had been made. Jeeves looking across here for Vandersloot. No sign of Tyson Nunez at least, and no sign of Antonio Governo either, so seems like things will stay as they were. Jeeves trying to flick in there for Penshaw, but was headed away by Smart. Guevara cleaned back up again, though Jeeves with an absolute laser cross there found Vandersloot. But Olivier was back and stopped it, cleared it out. Now a corner for Romana. A lot of bodies on the outside edge, but went inside there, and if Catarina able to head it away. Now Tali with a little bit of a break. It's going to be a bit of a 2-on-2 here. De Flor and Nunez back, trying to cover Tali and Torres. Back out for Imo Tali, but his header is over the top.
Yeah, and you wonder at this point in the match, like, how important the flag was on that offside goal earlier that would have put Romana up 3-0. Instead, it comes back, it's still 2-0, and then Buenos Aires gets one, and the game has shifted.
Yeah. A huge change in momentum. One has to wonder, I mean, even with that, I mean, Buenos Aires are looking so strong earlier, but it's still a wonder if they've just decided to basically go into beast mode and be the Buenos with the most, and instead, they've just kind of come back the second half, but good save there by Oakdown on Schweinsteiger. Jeremiah now another corner again, looked inside there, but cut out by Vandersloot. Torres does beat out Smart to the ball. Means Nunez and De Flor have to play back here to try and cover it off, and they do it well.
Yeah, important to do that without fouling so you don't get booked.
Yeah, or worse. Could have been perhaps an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but perhaps not from that far out.
Yeah.
The floor now down the right edge, and Penshaw trying to hold them off, but another place you want your forward is Levert. Just couldn't get that one down, but good attacking opportunity did not transpire.
Romana still remained down one. Yeah, the crosshair was good. It's just the header was a bit high.
Yeah, tough one to convert, even as Gorkov now for Vandersloot. Back for Katarina. A lot of space that they'll look to work through. Vandersloot, another exceptional cross to cut out Jeeves. And Jeeves in there, but Smart headed it away. Now a counter looming. Jeremiah for Levert, but I think they got a little bit confused on who's going to run it forward. It'll then be De Flor. De Flor will flick it in there for Levert. Levert does jump out Katarina, but Oakdown was the early one waiting there, and much just left to his own devices to make the grab on that one. Torres forward, tried to get to Tali, but De Flor is there. Oh, made a mistake though. Turned it over, but turned it over right back, and turned it over again.
Oh,
and Tali the hat trick. What an absolute dagger in the heart of Romana. Et tu Buenos. It's 5-3.
Yeah, Imo Tali, you could tell he wanted that ball. on his foot. 2 interceptions there, and then he just has a hit. No saving that. Pick the ball out of the back of the net. Tali, take a bow, and add 3 to your tally.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Romana rally again, though, but thus far, Buenos Aires seem to be looking a lot more solid in defense after being hit with that early onslaught. Jeremiah in was smart, who tried to have a header down, but instead a header up.
I mean, the only thing certain with this match is that nothing is for certain. It's been chaotic.
Hard to disagree with that. Nunez tried to get across him, was off of Nivier, tried a header, might have been deflected by Gorka there, and ended up in the hands of Oakdown. 10 minutes to go in regulation, and likely see 2 minutes added on here. Slow play now here from Buenos Aires, but they're very content to try and run this clock down. It is on their side. Vandersloff looking forward here for Penshaw, but Carrigan came out and was able to gather. Looking for options. Finding no one yet. Rolled it instead for Toastman, was perhaps looking to go long. Vandersloff nearly able to intercept there, that pass intended for Nunez. Jeremiah looks forward for Levert, trying to get by of Katarina, has to try the long shot and it's wide.
Yeah, not a bad idea to shoot from there, just the actual execution was not great.
Yeah, it seemed like Oakdown did have a cover, but knew that was going wide and decided to let it happen. Oakdown will clear it out there after the back pass. Smart now out for the floor. Now for Schweinsteiger, again looking to attack that left edge of Buenos Aires' defense, but now look to switch it up. Miller Nunez has a lot of breathing space. Should be able to be found soon. There it is from Komoyatu. Now Nunez will try a crossover for Schweinsteiger, but Jeeves was out there to win it back. But only as far as the floor. The floor launching it, but Oakdown out jumps Levert. Might have been a little bit of a screen from Guevara there too to prevent him from trying to get a tap on there, but either way, a rescue there from Buenos Aires and they will hold on to it. But now Torres tried to cut out Tali, does get a shot away, but blocked by Smart. Now Jeeves, he did keep it in, but Schweinsteiger was able to intercept. Nivier was able to get by Vandersloff. Chip forward for Levert. Komoyatu with a little bit of space here to try and exploit of Katarina. Pull them away from the play, but went back for Milton Nunez. Now Machu. Centering for Jeremiah. The midfield is back well to try and stop this. Schweinsteiger! Oh, a great shot and a great save from Koche Oakdown. Able to knock that one past his right side and out for a corner kick. Jeremiah. Toastman a drive and Oakdown again. What a save that is.
Coming up big for your team when you need it in a game that has not been very kind to the goalkeepers. Oakdown stealing some of the show late.
Yeah, still nothing clear cut there from those chances, but definitely was threatening. You can just see, I mean, it looks like it's been some tough scenes there. I mean, Buenos Aires are also getting stuck in here. A couple of, well, 3 yellows I see handed out there. Vandersloff, Gorkov, and Jeeves. It remains to be seen whether someone will be sent off, or I don't expect it here in its final 20 seconds. It seems like Buenos Aires will be able to escape with an away win, and Romana will have to remain in 7th. The floor forward now for Komoyatu, perhaps just looking for a little bit more goal differential, but Oakdown able to cut it out. And that should spell the end of this match anytime soon. It's trying to get as much territory as they can, and that'll do it. An incredible comeback there from Buenos Aires as they rallied late with 4 unanswered to take an astounding 5-3 win.
Yeah, back and forth and just non-stop, heart-stopping action in this one. I'm sure it's one that the neutrals enjoyed. It's one that I enjoyed calling. But I would, you know. But a very good win for Buenos Aires. They remain top of the table unless some wild goal swing happens. And Romana, they played well at times, but I think this score is a fair result. Maybe the score line is a little bit, you know, in favor of the attackers, but the end result, I think, is probably the right one.
Yeah, I feel like Buenos Aires had a bit more of the clinical opportunity creation and was able to create more wide open chances that Tali was very well able to convert. And of course, a deserving player of the match for the hat trick. Though it's not to discredit Romana, as they did play very well. It was just they were lacking in a few areas. It did seem like perhaps Jeremiah wasn't used to how they needed to cover, and having that lack of that fifth defensive player that could be back there in attack and was more committed to the break perhaps was exploitative. And I mean, it showed when he could not outjump Paul Penshaw there for that, I believe, game-leading goal. Well, eventual game-winning goal, rather, as we will move on to the second match of our broadcast after an absolute barnstormer early on. Catalunya taking on Tokyo in this one.
Yeah, Catalunya currently sitting on 11 points, entering the match day that had them tied with Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo, though third on goal difference. Tokyo in sixth. Both teams looking to make a jump up the table. Catalunya hoping to keep pace with Buenos Aires. Tokyo hoping to get out of sixth place and perhaps get some room between them and the seventh place drop zone.
Yeah, as Tokyo are playing about wide 4-3-3, but they've kind of grown to make a little bit more of a specialty in this, as you have Catalunya, much more of a classic formation that we kind of expect from them with that 4-3-1-2. Kind of a very different 4-3-3 variants in this one. Have to see how those are executed. Jarvinen forward here for Mojo Rising. Maple with a good attempt at a run here. Good for there. Oh, was nearly through, but Okamoto was saved. Vins now was able to recover though and quickly rushed it back into play here as Staines tried the shot, blocked by almost everyone. The Rising shot was knocked down by Rupp there, and that will end up being a corner kick.
Yeah, I feel like that hit like 5 guys before it actually got to the net.
Took a wild deflection off several defenders, and as a result, ended up being a corner kick that was quashed. Sky Rise now, trying to get by Busquets, but just ran right into him, really. Alvanen was also there to kind of switch up their roles and make sure that nothing was left unguarded. Kaido with a good intercept there. Up now for Soderberg. Trying to find an angle of attack here. Decides to go with Guerra and Nessie. Avachetti. Trying to play through that midfield here. Rise taps it on here. Yannick Visser, an opportunity and a great save there just for fingertips from Gunnarsson. Results in a corner. Nessie now to try and drive it in, but
attacking team move there from Tokyo rather. And a big save by Gunnarsson, who also took that corner. Seemed a bit indecisive there.
Yeah, again, it was just that similar thing of looking for options and didn't know where to go. Guerra now forward. Rise meets Busquets, but didn't have an angle. Oh, he's done the absolute own goal of Busquets. Oh, dear me. What a play by Sky Rise. Won't get credit on the score sheet. Has played it beautiful. Just off the defender and in.
Yeah, Guerra plays that wide to Rise. And Rise is just trying to get this back into the mixer. I think he's just trying to keep it in bounds and gets that lucky deflection he was looking for. Got to be good to be lucky.
I like to think he did that with intent. I think that it was just a pure read of. I think that Busquets is going to look at this and think that there's going to be a player waiting in the other end. They might try and deflect it out and ended up back in the own net.
It do be like that sometimes.
I tried to play one back there for Asagi, but didn't do that much. Would now try to launch it forward there for Nessie.
Ooh, no.
Oh, good save. Yep, just was able to claim that back though after that attempted shot, I believe, from Vince. Wait for a moment there, and very easy to suddenly see a mistake crop up. Half an hour gone, and the own goal is the only thing that separates these two sides. Dogwood Maple trying to put a run here on Visser. Played inside here for Järvinen. Back for Sherwood. Maple with some space, but was offside. Skyrise now for Guerra. Guerra ahead for Kaido. Kaido, oh, I think they tried to be a bit cute there and go far post. A bit more of that near side open.
Why not have a shot? Make the keeper make a save, but pretty routine save in the end for Gunnarsson.
Yeah, it was more hit to kind of a good read there, perhaps from Gunnarsson, or a bad read either way. It just seemed like Kaido wanted to try and tuck that into the right side when the left side was, the near side was far more open. Guerra tried the shot there, blocked down by Vins, and will clear it out of danger. Mojo Rising now trying to run against Vachetti. The centering ball is cut down by Rupp. Rise now for Visser. Visser tried the shot there, took a couple of deflections, I believe. Messi ends up with it. Playing it to the corner here. And Vinicius is able to flick one in there, but Juliusson easily able to have that one away in a 2-on-1 contest. Visser for Soderberg. And it'll just settle down, and one last play perhaps before the break. Stains forward here for Maple. Now Järvinen. Tap forward here for Maple again. Trying to look for one last opportunity. Centering ball for Sherwood, but it's right over the bar, and that will take us to halftime.
Yeah, 1-0 to Tokyo on the own goal at halftime. And honestly, I think this has been a pretty even game. I feel like Catalunya have had like more dangerous looks, but Tokyo, of course, bit of make your own luck / intentional 4D chess. But we'll see what happens in the second half. This is a pretty tight match. I don't know where my train of thought was going there.
Yeah, still a lot of game to play. One thing I'm curious about now is because I'm trying to see, I'm not sure if we have an own goals part of our database. I'm trying to look through it, but it seems like it's a part of what the stats team has provided to us.
No, I'm curious.
Yeah, because I seem to remember a distinct Catalunya own goal, but I could very well be misremembering. I was trying to look for that to see if it was a different player that was on an earlier side, but alas, I'll have to consult the video archives of that one. Guerra inside looking for Asagi, who's making a little bit of a jog forward, and well, pretty much no one followed them, but that also meant they were offside for a little while. Guerra now kept on there, rides a header, but Gunnarsson, the tough header there for Rise through traffic, and Gunnarsson was well up to task.
Gunnarsson has been really strong today for Catalunya. Can't really blame her for the own goal. And has made some pretty important saves.
Yeah, a little bit harassed there by Rise, but just able to find the simple ball there for Juliusson, and it's forced that pressure off. Rising now, trying to tap it through here for Vins. No changes by the way it seems for either of these sides. Sherwood tries to fire one in, but blocked by Rupp. Järvinen able to dance around Kaido and tries to drive, but into the side of the net. Now for Guerra. Nessie is forward. Trying to whip one in once more. Skyrise the header, and not sure what Gunnarsson was doing there. Was perhaps just trying to blow it over the line.
Like that one Mariners player from like the 80s.
Lenny Randall. Here's Mojo Rising. Tries a shot there, but was under a little bit of pressure, and Rube is able to deflect that one away. Visser rather than trying to kick it forward, decides instead kick it out and ends up conceding the corner. Vin chipped in as Sagi the header away. Able to cover it off at the nearest point of attack. Busquets looking to change the angle here with Muller and now Juliusson. Now Mojo rising. Don't really look to run there. Just trying to force a little bit of a mistake perhaps from the Tokyo defense, but the mistake is from Maple not deciding to run after that one. It was easily cut down there by Visser. Defense has been very solid thus far for Tokyo. Can't really fault them. The only real blemish on that line is Vercetti's yellow card.
Yeah, they've been absolutely immense, and Dobby Rube has had to make a few saves.
This is called into action again, though now just to seize one up. Naito has a little bit of space here on the left edge. Try and dance by Järvinen, and does. Järvinen able to catch back up though. Got the pass forward to Rise. Rise over for Guerra, a drive. Juliusson got the body in the way, and both teams happy to let it go out for the corner. Nessie to whip one in. Nearly found out on Duchette, but was knocked down by Maple. Guerra now. Maple again called into action, and the forward able to clear the danger, at least for now. Sagi finds Kaido. Nessie with space. Vins knocks it out. Another corner. And that header just over the top.
Feels like there's still another goal in this game.
There very well could be, but still have to wait and see. Busquets forward over for Muller. Now Vins. Chap forward for Maple. Oh, he needed to put more on that shot, I felt.
Yeah, it was a nice build-up, but just made that too easy for the keeper.
Yeah, it was easily taken up there. Now Staines over Järvinen. Järvinen a good shot there, and again Dobby Rube able to make a save.
Yeah, Järvinen very active there on that right-hand side, forcing the save from Rube. At least, you know, putting a shot on target, seeing maybe you get a corner, maybe you get a rebound. Ooh, whoa. That was a little...
Yeah, wild deflection. Perhaps the Motorsport Games level 1.
Oh, no!
I was really waiting to use that term. I have that one written down here in the back pocket just in case I had an opportunity for a wild play. And oh, Maple, it was Soderberg who just got the interrupt there. And that forceful whistle could have been a late chance there for Catalunya to equalize, but not sure when the whistle had gone either way. Tokyo do escape with a win solely off of the own goal of Budget Busquets.
Yeah, pretty even game. I think Catalunya will be pretty frustrated to not get at least a point out of that, but you know, Tokyo made its own luck, and then Catalunya just couldn't really find a response, despite some pretty good performances from Gunnarsson, and Järvinen had a couple of looks. Mojo Rising very quiet today as well, who is their top scorer. Didn't really say his name much. And game player of the match for Tokyo as a center back. Good for him.
Yeah, was very key in defense, was able to lock down a lot of the Catalunya attack, and Dobby Rube as well, some clutch saves as well. Definitely would be a second star of the game, but Tokyo are able to get themselves some distance over the relegation zone, and it puts Romana in great danger as well, as I believe it means that they are now they still 1 point back of Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood.
So Tokyo but merely escapes danger, at least for now.
Yeah, I have a live table on my thing here. Tokyo.
Speaking of danger, Athenai.
Yeah, going up against Sao Paulo too, who entered the day tied with Buenos Aires atop the table behind on goal difference, and it's going to be a reunion of sorts because Athenai former players, Owen 44 and Yannick Anderson, now on Sao Paulo, and have been really backing their charge up the table. And Athenai has just gone into complete rebuild mode, and it has shown in the standings 3 goals for, 29 against, and 0 points. It's been rough.
In the words of one foolish baseball paraphrase, is that bad?
What is that?
That is throw something at the wall and...
What is that?
I'm not even going to bother to cover these formations. It's not worth my energy.
In the words of one Zenlos, it's an 11.
Why do they even call it an 11, though? There's 10 people involved in formation and 1 goalkeeper.
So, is that like a weird asymmetric wide diamond from Athenai? I'm going to try and explain that one as best I can.
Yeah, it looks like a very strange asymmetric 4-2-4. At least from what I gleaned here is here's 44! Well, formations don't matter when you can just score goals, can they? 0-44 able to sneak one by Henrik Lind and beat Brian Duke as well. An early lead, and one that's probably expected.
Yeah, absolute dime of a pass there from Ibrahimovic. Duke comes off his line and dives, but 44 just staying patient, slotting it home. And that will keep him level with Jeffrey Levert for second in the Golden Boot race. 8th goal of the league campaign for one of the league's more prolific scorers.
Yeah, one thing we didn't really mention in Athenai, but something that's probably mentioned probably for the umpteenth time. I have a lot of inexperience, so it's not really much of a surprise to see that a lot of the more experienced teams are taking advantage of that, the more raw talents that we've seen. As here's Panda with a try, but well over the top there. Anderson untroubled.
Yeah, not a bad decision to shoot from there. The shot was open from a decent range, just direction finder was off.
Yep. Now Biscuit trying forward to Ancha. 44 was knocked down by Lind. Ibrahimovic trying to get one back in though. Cross in, try and look for Funyuns, but Hugo clears, and now a potential counterattack here with Pelletier. Oh, that was a bad foul there by Mayhem.
Oh, that's just going to be a common foul then. Thought for a second that was going to be a yellow.
Yeah, it was not unreasonable to think that as Funyuns trying to launch one in there. Lind easily able to clear though. Newman outraces him to the ball. Incline. Now for Ancha. And look for a potential outlet. Try to look for 44, instead just found Lind, and Duke scoops. Good down now there for Newman, and Ibrahimovic for 44. Newman now for 44. Try the shot. Oh, barely wide.
I think Duke had that covered anyway, but you know, you had the shot open. I'm trying to figure out what to call that Sao Paulo formation. It's like a weird 4-2-3-1 with a defensive midfielder instead of 2 central midfielders, and then instead of a right winger, it's like offset, where it's a left winger and 2 attacking mids.
Yeah,
or something. I feel like I feel like I'm like one of those people that's like putting together conspiracy theories on a bulletin board, trying to explain this.
Like a box is full of Sao Paulo. I think an offset 4-2-3-1 is absolutely void to describe that one, though. It does seem like that it's 44 for one up front, but they're just trying to offset to perhaps counter the asymmetry of Athenai's 4-2-4.
Maybe.
Seemingly trying to get a read on tactics. Could be either way they go there. Either Funyuns now straight forward for Newman, but Duke makes a save. Pretty much right on there.
Yeah, good ball, but Duke equal to the shot.
Yep, as Lind there able to clear another corner away. We're trying to get one in there, but knocked down there by Panda and out for the throw. Rick now 44 again.
Oh, keep it way off. Oh, that was risky.
Yeah. Duke had to make that play though, because 44 was well onside and just had to try and cut that one down. Pretty much no other option. Do not want to leave home 44 for an open shot at net. Anderson there. Oh, God, giveaway there for Bradford. Now Pelletier could do nothing to stop that one. Yannick Anderson and Athenai have made a shocking equaliser off the back of that mistake.
Yeah, there have not been a lot of highlights this season for Athenai, but Jules Pelletier has been one of them. Just left wide open. Ball played in, and yeah, nothing Yannick Anderson can really do.
Yeah, got left looking like a polar bear in Arlington, Texas.
What?
Okay, I'm going to send you that after this one. Panda now trying to clear one forward here. Oh, Anderson! That's far more risky than we saw from Brian Duke there. But was able to at least make the play, so... Yeah. Ends justify the means, I suppose. Aaron's there, try to find Pelletier. Lexington able to head it right back in, though. And remove now. Oh, Bismo Funyun's on a bit of a run here. Has a chance to strike, but he went across the face.
Sao Paulo are definitely creating a lot of really quality chances. They're just not putting them in good positions, either shooting them right at the keeper or wide.
.44 trying another shot there, but again Lind up to block. Biscuit now after that goal kick was cut out. Reykjavik now for Mayhem. Coffee Biscuit left with a lot of running room. Try to center one there. Hugo again able to cut back and make another stop. Mayhem forward again for Funyuns. Just under 5 minutes to go here, but 44 now with a little bit of space, but again the shot is wide.
Yeah, didn't have the best angle there. Duke coming off his line doing a really good job of ensuring that he did not have the angle. As we reach halftime, it is 1-1. And Sao Paulo probably kicking themselves for some of these missed opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. It does really seem like they haven't been able to create much of an opportunity, but no changes that they've made to this side. And they've definitely had the brunt of it, but just the rangefinder has not been there. Slow play to start out though, so perhaps just wanting to build to a prime opportunity. Archer now, a lot of space. Try to chip it in there, but Siege able to stop it. Newport forward now for Bradford. And just had to turn himself back away. Ramirez there for lovely intercept. Funyuns now for 44. Mayhem might look for a run here. Just went back into that central attack with Funyuns. Just angling to try and get by Panda. Anderson took a look that way and instead decides to attack left edge with Archer. Archer forward here for 44, trying to run onto it. Now he tries a shot, but right on with for Duke to stop. And Newport well positioned there to mop up the rebound. Newman just kind of got caught like a deer in headlights and was taken away by Newport. It's a Newport for a new man. There was a tunnel here, I'd walk down it. Yeah, there is a tunnel, but we don't great access to it here from the commentary booth. That's part of what stadiums have. Anyway, I digress. Newport for Hugo. And again, just play it for the central midfield and now attacking the right edge with Prince.
Feels like Athena are just okay to retain the ball, kill a little bit of clock, and just try and grind out a point. Never mind, they're going to
look for three here. Here's Bradford. Incline got back. He took one step too many there, I felt.
Yeah, vital recovery there from Incline, because if he doesn't get back there, that's probably 2-1 Athenai.
And what a moment that would be if they still do hold the play right now. And Brimovic try one up for that giveaway, but it's not on target.
Yeah, the shot was there, shot was open, just got under it a bit too much.
Look forward for Archer, now in Clan over to Ramirez. Now Newman with Archer. Again, they're just trying that lob ball over for 44. Then try to cut it down. Newman a drive and Duke a great save.
Yeah, he made Duke work for that one. Good shot. Feels like it floated almost, like kind of a knuckleball that Duke was able to get to just in time.
Athenai home fans are finally being treated some wonderful football that they've seen.
They're showing a lot of heart in this performance, like regardless of how this ends.
Yep.
They are fighting and they are surviving.
Fills you with determination, doesn't it?
It is signs of a pulse.
Well, sans that, it'd still be a solid heartbeat for me at the very least. Here's Biscuit now, though, through again. Sam C tries a chip. Well, I think that's commentator's curse, isn't it?
Say something.
We had to say something. We own this moment. This is both of us. Coffee Biscuit getting the beat there, and it's just very simple finishing here. In Brimovic forward, Coffee Biscuit just running right by Sam Siege. There's a lot of free space. Chips Brian Duke.
I didn't know
the power shots aren't working. Why not try finesse?
Yeah, for real. And was not aware chips are now a part of breakfast, but I will have to add that to my culinary notes.
Well, clearly you just don't live the right way. Biscuit now on the left edge. Try to find over the top there for 44. Had to run it down there, but have a space to do it. Mayhem now for Brimovic. Good takeaway there by King. Didn't go far though. Now back in for Biscuit. Biscuit tried to look for Newman, but instead he went back for Funyuns. Archer, a long drive is off target. Now looking to try and infiltrate that Sao Paulo defensive, but nothing doing, and cleared back out, but only right to Brian Duke. Lexington now for Brimovic. Now Funyuns over for 44. Brimovic for 44 once more. Centering ball there for Newman. Beat Duke on the angle, but he missed everything.
Feels like Duke was kind of caught in no man's land. Like he came off his way out, off his line. And I'm not sure he knew what he wanted to do there.
Yeah, I think Newman, he wanted to cut off Newman's angle, but he took the extra step to the outside to try and open up his own angle, which gave him plenty of real estate, but was not on target there, and it's a tough miss to give away. Brimovic, Ramirez now will try and work one in once more, but Lind there covering 44 fantastically, and Duke clears it out, but only as far as Mayhem. Back for Ramirez now with Funyuns. Funyuns a long drive from outside, but knocked down. Funyuns over to Archer, now in Brimovic. Archer again a long drive. He's been trying a couple of those. That time Duke just held on to it.
Don't even think Duke had to move there.
Yeah, there's another kind of those shots right on, but we've seen a lot of from Sao Paulo. Here's 44 now, open once more, and that time Lind slid at the perfect time to block. Bunyan's corner cleared away. And Bradford first to it. He's going to look to try and run this one down the right flank. Intercept there by Biscuit. Less than 10 minutes to go, and it feels like now it's more Sao Paulo trying to tighten the screws on Athenai to not allow them another chance. Newman now. To the corner, flicked in for Biscuit. Now Ibrahimovic, another Henrik Lind block.
Lind is blocking like he's Dikembe Mutombo out there. Thankfully not with the hands, because otherwise bucket's full of penalties, but
yeah,
he's been huge for Athenai late in this one.
With the amount of blocks he's made, I think we'd need a new type of card if he was blocking with his hands. That's the finger wag of, you can't do that. Sao Paulo in these final 8 minutes looking to secure what is the third away win of Matchday 7. That's all that we've seen so far as Newman tried to make it 3-1, but again goes wide.
One added minute.
Yeah, I mean, with not much reason for stoppages, not much action. No surprise there isn't much stoppage time here. It's 44. Another parry there by Duke. Out for the corner kick. They're officially into added time. Out of his corner, Funyuns whipped in there. Lind again clearing. 44. Funyuns remained onside this time off of the corner. Now flicks one in there. Oh, another save by Duke. But 44 was offside nonetheless. All mean more time being spent here to reposition himself. I'll try and at least do something here. Look to go as deep as he could to Bradford. Prince recovered it. Now with Sam Siege. Siege just looked to desperately pelt it forward, but Inclan was there, and that will do it. Sao Paulo with a 2-1 win. They'll probably felt like they needed to do a lot more there. But Athenai showing a lot of heart there to fight on to the end.
Yeah, Athenai showed a lot of heart. The central defense and goalkeeper felt like they were blocking everything towards the end of the match. But yeah, Sao Paulo, in a table as tight as this, you're probably going to be a bit more angry than you normally would at just winning 2-1, because goal difference could prove to be so pivotal. It's why they're second and not first right now. But they got the 3 points, so can't really complain too much. But we'll see at the end of the season, you know, if they might not be ruining some of those missed chances more than they normally would.
Yeah, definitely something to ponder there with those 31 shots, but 22 of those were off target or blocked, which is not exactly positive signs. So perhaps might chalk that up to a hot defender in Lind and some good keeping there from Brian Duke as we move to the final game of this match day. What will mark the halfway point of the season. Hollywood FC taking on Reykjavik United, and you mentioned before, this is a rivalry game for some of these players.
Yeah, there's a lot of former Hollywood players on that Reykjavik team. They're right next to each other in the table. And Hollywood going with a asymmetric 4-3-3 with Magator and Maradona playing as an attacking mid instead of a wing. Reykjavik with a 4-3-1-2. Yeah, you see Rashford, Ricky Bobby, Scott Sterling, all former Hollywood. So, interesting storyline to look at even besides what happens on the pitch.
Indeed, as we are underway here for this final game. And early on, they try to get Ricky Bobby involved, but Elmas the Heretic is out there to scoop that one. And probably makes the shortest starting highlight that we've seen so far.
I think so.
And Kwai trying to get one early on there, trying to dance through, but the shot is wide and nothing doing. Gerard to whip one in, headed away by Scarpetta. Bala will try and clear one over there, but it's up there by Lightning. Then quiet drive, it's off the bar and was offside.
Yeah, Liang Kwai, I feel like, has been kind of quiet this season compared to their very, very high standards, but very active early on in this one.
I mean, part of that might be due to not having the same support personnel as before. Joker now in for Ricky Bobby. Good save by the Heretic, and Gerard is first out there to clear it. Does seem to be ailing quite a bit. Might have picked up an injury there. Doesn't seem to be the same.
Oh no, sloppy
giveaway. Oaken, good save there by almost a Heretic. It was a casual giveaway there to Bobby, is what was meant to be said. It wasn't a giveaway to Casual himself. Yoka trying to whip one in there, and Yang Kwai again cuts off a short ball and looked it right back in. Yoka was there, got back on side, and Yang Kwai blocked the ensuing cross. Possible will look to launch it forward there, attempting to find Taka, but end up being with Scarpetta and Ladiva, the central defenders that will be key in shutting down the Hollywood attack. Casual now forward here for Rashford. Rashford by Levert and by Jarrow, but by the net is a shot.
Yeah, dangerous run there from Rashford, but just a little bit wide of the Heretic.
It does seem like Gerard is okay, just looking like he was kind of gasping for breath earlier, but seems to be back on his feet and ready to move. As Ladiva trying to chip one forward here, but Yoka had backed off, and very easy for Possible there to take that one as he tries to dance by Casual, but eventually runs out of room. Back there for Sterling. Looks forward there for Letitia. Try to find Bobby, but Stanza there, who was probably had to defend against Bobby so much of a training ground, is able to stop that one. Letitia though, now trying to run by Nagatoro. Maybe look to dance perhaps. No, just goes for a regular cross, but Costanza volleys it out. Curtis Scarpetta sends it right back in though. Yore for Hall and Oak, and now Rashford, and now Bobby, and now Rashford, and Rashford in, and Rashford scores! And Reykjavik, with Rashford against his former team, has put them in front. Another away team lead.
Yeah, this is just a great team goal from Reykjavik. Oak, Rashford, Bobby 1-2, Rashford, great run. Heretic does his best. He's been good so far in this one, but powerless to stop that one.
Yeah, it just felt like every single matchup just seemed like it fell apart for Hollywood in back. And as a result, we end up conceding first goal of this game, and we're trying to hit one back here with 2 minutes added on here in this first half. 1 minute to go until the break. That stoppage time holds. Arpetta. Look to the right edge here via Euro for Letitia. Try to get one in there, but Costanza cut it out. Counter is on perhaps. Rashford tried to take it away, but ended up right back with Nagatoro. Looks back on for Gerard. Bala forward there for Tiki Taka. Was he off? He's put it away. And this flag has stayed down. Tiki Taka did beautifully there and converts with the cartwheel to equalise just before halftime.
It's been a bit of a quiet start to the season from Tiki Taka. One of the most prolific strikers in this league in recent seasons. No mistake about it. Tough finish. I think that was with the left to the far side of the net. We're going to get an offside replay. Oh, that's very close.
Yeah, I think Yoka is actually the one that put Taka on.
Yeah,
he's just on the left side.
Yeah, and Taka shot that one across his body and placed it so well. That is a very difficult finish and a vital one for Hollywood going into the half at 1-1. Complete momentum shift, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, to steal that one just before the break is huge. And really, there's no other way to say it. That was a stolen goal there with just barely able to get by him as Yeah, underway here for the second half. Those who have had any substitutions at all.
Yeah, hoagie's not on the menu this afternoon/evening.
Yeah. I'll refrain from making another comment that crossed my mind. Letitia looking to try and whip another one in here, but ends up heading it back out. Now with Yoka. Inside for Oak, and good block there by Jarrow and cleared. Yoka again looking to try and get that attack going once more. Oh, top here looking for Bobby. Cut by Jarrow.
Oh! Whoa. What did that hit?
Bobby was offside.
Oh, doesn't matter. Feel like that hit something really late.
Oh, another shot there off the corner, but bulked into the post. Almost went like Austin Dillon into a tyre barrier. As Taka there blocks the attempted cross from Letitia and out for yet another corner. Last time into the post. Can this time they find the net? No, it's Vala. Who again, just seeing a lot of these corners trying to go to the first in terms of distance from the ball, but always seems like the defending team has been up to task in defending those attempts. Letitia. And the main source of the attack, but not going much there. We'll try to find Rashford, but ended up out for a corner. Went out for yet another one, it seems, because we're taking one from the opposite end. Stanza able to head that one out. Now Rashford. Get by Nagatoro. Look back in for Yore. Now looking for Casual. Gonna head out by Jarrow. Well, they got as far as Yokovo, and it's another wing back forces corner off deflected cross. Stanza that time easily in the middle there, able to head away the danger. Just over 20 minutes left in regulation, and the rain is starting to come down here in Los Angeles. I'm sure that they must be freaking out on the highways.
I think that's just a day that ends in Y.
Perhaps so, as Bobby, saved by the Heretic. Just, again, I was a little bit hesitant there because I thought Bobby was offside, but...
Yeah, I did too, actually. I was literally, like, I don't have a camera on, obviously, but I literally had my hand held up like I'm a defender.
Heretic there, able to catch the cross. TCA forward for Bobby. You're right now looking for Rashford. Oh, Heretic probably needs to be called upon for that one, as it looked like it was going wide, but oh, did well to make the stop. Bobby, tried another header, but I think that just brushed the top of the netting, if not the bar. And over it goes for a goal kick. Throw in deep in this right side of Reykjavik's attack. Jorde out for Hall. Now Letitia. Still just looking for any kind of options inside, but the box is crowded, and Hall just tries a miracle shot that goes nowhere.
Getting into the business end of this one.
Yep, still a ways to go as yet. Possible. The rain is starting to come down heavier. Then Kwai. Out for Ladiva. Now Didi Yoka. They'll just get that one out of danger. Gerard trying to get it forward there. Out for Roberto Scarpetta. Now Rashford. Rashford tried to slot one in, but is wide again.
Gotta finish that, or at least put it, like, in the general vicinity of the goal.
Yeah. That's Letitia. All trying to work together here to create a chance to score.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, right on the money with that stop.
Might have just preserved a point, though we'll see what happens on this corner.
Yep, Hall trying to swing one in. Oh, a Heretic barely able to keep that one off the line. Heretic will boost that one clear. Yoka trying to get one in, tackle Yang Kwai. Oak just comes to the rescue there and make sure that there's nothing that comes of a counter-attack. And Reykjavik, in spite of all that momentum and that very prolific second half in terms of opportunities, could not capitalize and end up having to share the points with Hollywood.
Yeah, that goal at the end of the first half did change the momentum just in a different way, because Reykjavik just absolutely dominated that second half. But you know who was even more dominant was Elvis the Heretic, who was absolutely superb on this game. 2.82 XG for Reykjavik, only one goal. Ricky Bobby, the Golden Boot leader, kept quiet. And that is a point Hollywood, it's not what they're used to, grinding out a point, particularly at home. But they're with how they played, they will happily take that point and get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, and Didi Yokover earning a player of the match thanks to the finishing creation that they had displayed. And at least be content with that, as they didn't end up having to draw that one. It will mean that they will lose some ground on their title chase attempts, but they will end up, I believe, slotting into third spot ahead of Catalunya. So we'll get a look at the standings, hopefully momentarily.
That sounds correct, yeah.
It's been a wild and wacky match day with 3 away wins and a draw. Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo now tied at the top. Buenos Aires ahead on goal difference, and that's also the only thing that separates third from fifth. Reykjavik, Catalunya, and Tokyo stacked up there on 11 points, with Hollywood at 9, Romana at 7, and Athenai, well, it looked like they were able to claim their first points, but unfortunately did not come about.
Yeah, the home cooking was not on the menu today. Decided to be food tourists and eat in locales such as Romana, Barcelona, Athens, and Los Angeles. I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor.
Eat Arby's. And on that bombshell, there is still more Simulation Soccer League action to come later on this week. Of course, we do have Division 2, which I'm not sure if that has already aired, but at least we'll have Matchday 8 of that on Saturday, and on Thursday, that will be rejoining you for Matchday 8 of Division 1. So look forward to that from all of us here at the Simulation Soccer League, and for all the Simulation Soccer League staff, and for you that has joined us, hopefully, if you have joined us throughout this, I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. It was an absolute barnstorm for that first match, and some crazy results that will definitely look back on and perhaps see something differently. Actually, before we sign off, Val, any other final words you'd like to add?
Not really. It's the first half of the season, and that's the curtain on the first half of the season, rather. And it still feels wide open, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the second half. Is it going to be Buenos Aires or Sao Paulo, or one of these teams on 11 points going to come up? Or is Hollywood going to pull some voodoo nonsense to do it again?
Please don't speak that into existence. I mean, it would be incredible to have what would be 5 straight championships, but please, this one's been exciting. Let's not just have the definition of insanity in our seasons. That's all I ask. All that being said, thank you so much for joining us for Valpix, for the entirety of the Simulated Soccer League stuff, and for you at home. We shall hope to see you next time.